Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to use your affiliate URLs, including a secret weapon that I think you'll really like. So here's the first part. When you send out your website link to anybody, of course you want to use your sales ID, right? So when you sign up in sales as part of the sales team, you get an SID. Should be able to see that in your dashboard. You won't see it quite yet because we haven't put it there at the time of this recording, but we're going to put these URLs in there soon so that you can see how they're used. So for instance, this is a website, and then the slash isn't really important. It's optional. It's just a termination slash, so it doesn't matter. Okay. And then question mark is the code that says now put in the attributes. Like in this case, sales ID equals, and that's you, right? So there you go. That's your affiliate link. Okay. And you would share this with everyone. Now, let's say you're getting more specific and you want to share each sales ID with each particular prospect, right? And that's how that's going to happen when you come in here and you claim somebody. You're going to wind up with a prospect ID, okay? So then if you claim someone else, you'll get a different prospect ID for them. It'll be your sales ID each time, of course, but the prospect ID will be different for each guy you claim. Now, that's important because what if they don't sign up right away? What if they sign up later, like in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks? Well, that tracks to you. You can be happily surprised when you suddenly are getting a payment from a guy who signed up, 3 weeks later that you didn't even think about. Okay. And the only way that we're going to know who they are so we can keep them off the prospect stack, because we have to remove them from the prospect stack right away when that happens. That should happen automatically. That's because of the prospect ID, right? So we have an ID for everyone from Nightwatch that we put into the system, okay? And so that way we know when to remove people from here. And if you ever want to come back and contact them again later, those same guys with whatever the graphs were, you would know what their prospect IDs are, so you can reach out to them specifically. Okay, let me take it a step further. You could go to the website with your sales ID and a prospect ID, and the video equals whatever the video ID is. Now that's interesting. First of all, what is a video ID? Most of you know, but in case you don't, go to youtube.com. Every video you ever see in YouTube has the exact same link basically, or version of it, whether it's like view or embed or whatever it is, okay? And when you go to view or embed any video, here's the point. Let me just pause one. Okay. There is video equals something, okay? Video equals whatever this is, that's the video ID for this YouTube video. So for every YouTube video, you could start it the exact same way and just change the ID of the video. Okay. Now, don't get too confused by some variations of it, because let's say we want to start some seconds in, like 30 seconds in. Then we could say ampersand t equals 30. I forget whether you got to put the S or not. Let's see. Oh, that was an ad anyway, so that wasn't very helpful. Yeah, I got to get past the ad before I can make the point, right? There we go. Yeah, it did. It started immediately 30 seconds in. Did you see that? So there you go. So realize that if you have a video ID, it will not have an ampersand. If it does have an ampersand, it means something extra, like start at the certain time, or it's part of a bigger playlist or something like that, right? So there you go. It's just helpful to know what the video itself is, and you can always test your own links. Just make sure you get it right. So there you go. That's a video ID. Okay, this is the default video ID. It's the one that's there right now, but you can change it. So that also means you can do combinations, doesn't it? Maybe you want to send this prospect the default video, but for some other reason, maybe there's a different prospect, I don't know, 94, and you want to send that guy a whole different video because you want to make a different point to that guy. So how does all that look? Well, I'll show you. Let's just take a look at this right now. We'll come here and we'll visit that, right? Oh, the other point I want to make before I do that. Okay, I don't want to make that point quite yet. There's one other point I want to make. Yes, your code tracks across the pages, right? So there's a frequently asked questions page, and yes, it's tracking your code. Okay. So guys can read about frequently asked questions. They can go through some of the stuff that'll open in different tabs. Okay. They can also go through the portfolio links, right, and see results of what we've done for people for a long time now from the portfolio links. It's pretty exciting. And whenever they're ready, they can go home, right? Well, guess what? There's your sales ID still, right? Whatever your ID is still stays. Okay. Now, where does the video come into play? If you don't specify a VID, video ID, then it's the default video that's here. You play it, and it's this video here. It's a 1.5-minute animated video that explains everything we can do for them. And the services we have right now is the kickoff, right? This is cool. This helps really get people to understand what we can do for them. And that's awesome. Now, with that in mind, okay, what if you want to give them a specific video for them? Maybe you made your own video on YouTube that's unlisted that just shows them through their graph. Some sales guys are like that. They want to do that because they know that's going to help encourage the sell. Well, let's take a look at what this link would be like. I'm going to copy it. Okay. This could be a different video like one of yours, or it could be a different one of ours. It could be any video. Anything you think will help the sell. So watch. Check this out. This is a full backlink trainer. So if you ever wanted to use a different video because you thought it was a different or a good idea for that client, you see that? You can make that the video right then and there. Let's try another link. Here's one that doesn't even go to a particular prospect. Well, what's the point of going to a particular prospect? You could do a video walking this guy through his information, his graph. But then you could do a separate video for this guy walking him through his graph. These would be videos you create on YouTube that are unlisted, the way I'm creating this video here. But you'd mark it unlisted so no one on YouTube sees it. It's just to send to that guy. But then you can use the video ID you get to attach to the link and send it to that guy. So you can pitch that guy with a very crystal clear video if you think that's going to help your sell. Isn't that cool? And then here's one where the video is whatever it is, you're trying it out, but it doesn't need to be for a guy in particular. It can be for, anyone. It's a useful video and you're going to try it out. See what kind of results you get with that. So if I click on this now, hey, 5 ways industry leaders use variations to win. How's that for cool? So we have this whole thing going on, right? And people can watch this. When they're done, they can decide if they want to continue, right? But we've developed our clout. And in the meantime, we've got these cool buttons here that just go down the page somewhere, and they can decide if they want to subscribe. Each subscription explains what it's for, like what you would expect if you sign up at that level, what's it meant for? And then what's this one meant for? Okay, so that way people understand what the best fit is for each time around. Now they can join anywhere they want. They can start high and they can cancel or pause it and do something lower later if that makes sense to them. Or if they just aren't sure if they trust us, they can start low, and then when they see what we're doing and realize the graph is rising and we're getting them backlinks and the anchor text is great, but it's going really slowly, then they might pause it or they might keep it running and start another one much higher in order to make the whole growth bigger, right? So totally up to people to decide how fast they want to take things, okay, month by month. All right, these other links just open in new tabs to give people a sense of just how big we really are so that we develop our clout, because this is all us and these are big systems. Okay, so it just gives people a chance to see how large we are, but this is the cool deal here. Now, there you have it. So there you go. That's different ways to use these URLs in a way that's awesome. So all I want to remind you is this. All you need to do is go to the website, then just put a question mark. You don't need that slash. It can be there or not. It's up to you if you want to put the slash. And then a question mark. After that, then you can say sales ID equals whatever it is, and that's the ampersand, prospect ID equals whatever it is, or vid equals whatever it is, video ID, right? And you can use them in any combination. It really doesn't matter as long as you are careful to only use one question mark and use an ampersand in between each thing. All right, there you go.